Hi friends, today I'll show you how to make this shawl or stole, or you can make a scarf with it. Before we start with this pattern, I would like to explain the calculation behind this design, this pattern. See, this basically what I have made here is a repetition of this part. So these are three parts. You can say that we have repeated it 3 times. So we will understand this one part first. Now here you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 half of this cluster, you can say. Now what we have done is that after making a base of double crochet, we have simply made a chain, and this pattern includes 4 chains, 4 chain loops, you can say. So here what we have done is that each loop is joined to the 4th stitch. Now leaving 1, 2, 3, this joins here on the 4th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, this again joins on the 4th stitch. So what we have done basically is that we have made loops on the 4th chain or the 4th stitch, and the one set or the base pattern is basically the 4 loops. So how many stitches we need for this pattern is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 16, and 1 at the end. So we need a multiple of 4 plus 1. So this is the foundation chain. If we are making one set, let's say you want to make a thin scarf, just this much, so you need 16 plus 1. So this set is basically 16 stitches plus 1. So multiples of 16 basically we would say, because the entire pattern would need 16 stitches. So if I'm making, let's say 2, so I will be needing 16 plus 1. So 32 plus 1, 33. In this one we have made 3, so 16 into 3, that is 48, plus 1, we made 49 stitches in the base or the foundation chain. Now when we start making this pattern, we'll see how we go about it. Now here, just to show you, I have made this chain for 2 set of this pattern. So this is 16 plus 16, 32 and 133. So this is 33 double crochet I have done in the base. So the foundation chain of 33 chains, and then we did 32 double crochet, and the first stitch here we count is basically the 3 chain. So when you make a 33 chain, you chain 2 more, that 2 count as your first double crochet, and then in the next stitches, on the rest of the 32 stitches, we do double crochet. So that's how we make our foundation for this pattern. Now what we will do is we will chain 5. Chain 5 and turn the work. Chain 5, we turn the work, and now what we will do is we leave 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th stitch we join this chain with a single crochet. Now again we chain 5, and we join here, after leaving the 3 stitches, join in the 4th stitch with a single crochet. Now again we chain 5, leave 3, join in the 4th. So the first row that we have to do is basically chain 5, skip 3 stitches and join in the 4th stitch with a single crochet. So here we have completed our first row, and when you reach the end, that is the chain 2, so on the last chain we did a single crochet, and that's how we finished our first row. Now let's see how we do our second row. Now for second row we chain 2 and then we turn the work. Now what we'll do is that in the same stitch, that is the where we did the single crochet and we chain 2, we will do 2 double crochet. After doing this 2 double crochet, we will be joining this in this loop. So we do a single crochet here and we form this kind of a structure. Now what we will do is we will again chain 5 and join this chain in this loop with a single crochet. Chain 5 again join. Now we have reached, we will be reaching the fourth loop, and we'll see that there will be a change in the pattern. So when we reach here, which is the center of the pattern, because we have taken 2 sets, so now what we will do is we will do 5 double crochet in this single crochet here. So in this stitch we will do 5 double crochet. We do 5 double crochet and we will be joining in this loop with a single crochet. So here we create a shell. So this part is created here. So now again we will chain 5 and we'll join in this loop with a single crochet. Chain 5 again, join here with a single crochet in the loop, one more time, and we join in the last loop. Now what we have to do is that in this last stitch we will do 2 double crochet. Now that's how we complete our second row, actually the third row, but when we talk about the pattern, this is the second row. So we have reached up to this point, and now we will start making this fan. So now again chain 5 and turn your work. First you join in the first loop with a single crochet like we did in the first row. But after this we will make the fan portion. So now what we'll do is that in this loop, the next loop which is there, we will be doing 8 double crochet. So we have done 8 double crochet here, and now what we will do is we will join in the next loop with a single crochet. So that's how we make the first layer of the fan or the shell stitch. Now what we will do again is chain 5 and join on the top of this shell, that is the third double crochet which was there. Now we join with the single crochet here. We join with a single crochet and again we do a chain 5. Join with single crochet in the next loop You see, in the next loop of the previous row we join here with a single crochet, and now again in this loop, the next loop, we will do 8 double crochet. Now we did 8 double crochet here, and in the next loop we will join with a single crochet. Now we reach the end, and end is very simple, chain 5 and join at the top of this. This was the chain 2, so we will be joining in the top chain with a single crochet here. Now again for the next row we chain 2 and turn the work. Now what we will do is we will be doing 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So 2 double crochet in this stitch, that is the first stitch of this row, and we make this half cluster here, and then we will be joining this cluster in the first loop with a single crochet. Now we have to make this extended portion of the fan. So how we do it is we chain 1 and then we do a double crochet over the first double crochet of the previous row, that is this fan structure. Again chain 1 and do 1 double crochet over the next double crochet of the previous row, that is over the fan. So 1 double crochet over the another, but with a gap of 1 chain here. So chain 1 and 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So that's how we will be completing this fan structure. Chain 1, double crochet here, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet in the last double crochet. But now when you have to join in this loop, but before that don't forget to make one chain and then you join with a single crochet in this loop. Now we don't do the chain 5, but we will be making this structure over this one now. So on the alternate rows we will be making this cluster of 5 double crochet. So what we will do is that in this stitch, in the single crochet of the previous stitch, we will do 5 double crochet here. And now we join in this loop with a single crochet. So here you see we made this fan. This is now a complete pattern, and this shell is made over this shell, and we will be completing this fan also in the same manner. Now we will chain 1 and do 1 double crochet over each double crochet of the previous row. So chain 1 and double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. So 8 chain 1 and 8 double crochet we will be doing here. So in the end we chain 1 and join in this loop with a single crochet, and now because we have reached the end of this row, so what we will do is that in the last stitch we will do 2 double crochet. Now this completes this pattern here, and we get the two fan structures. So here we did 8 double crochet, and in the next row here we did 1 chain and 1 double crochet over each double crochet to make it an extended fan pattern. So now when we will be repeating this over and over, but here we did it over a straight line, and now here we will be joining these chain loops over this structure. So what we will do is, now we will chain 5 and turn our work. Now you have to see how we will be joining the chain 5 loops over this pattern. So chain 5, and then you have to leave all these stitches, and you come to this fan structure, leave these 2 double crochet and join in this space, which is like first space, second and third space. So third space in this fan, and you join here with a single crochet. Now again chain 5, leave 2, and in this third space you join here. Again you have to leave these 2 double crochet, and in the gap you have to join. Now you chain 5, and we have to join here in the double crochet structure, that is this cluster we made. So in the third double crochet we will be joining here with a single crochet. Now again the same thing we repeat over the second set of the structure, the pattern, second set of pattern. So we chain 5 and we join in this gap, the third gap. Again chain 5, leave 2 double crochet and join in the gap. Now again leave 2 double crochet, and in this gap we join. Again chain 5, this is the last loop, and we will be joining in the last stitch, which is the chain 2 of the previous row. So we join on the top chain here. So that's how we make loops over this fan structure. You will see that there are some gaps. This gap will be a little bigger, but when we will make the whole thing, this will compensate for the gaps. So normally it won't be that visible, because obviously this is a lacy pattern, so gaps are there. So you will see that this gap will be shadowed under the entire pattern when you make. Now what we do is chain 2 and 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Chain 2, turn your work and do 2 double crochet in the same stitch, and then we join this in the loop with a single crochet. Again we chain 5. Now this is exact repetition of the pattern. Now it has started in the same manner. We join in the next loop with a single crochet, we do a chain 5, join in the next loop with a single crochet, one more time, join here in the next loop with a single crochet, and now we will make a 5 double crochet cluster here. So in this stitch we will be doing 5 double crochet. So 5 double crochet we did, and we'll join here in the next loop with a single crochet. So same we will be doing over this fan also. 3 times we do the chain 5 and join it over the next loop with a single crochet. And in the last in the end we will do 2 double crochet in the last stitch. So that will make the half cluster which we require at the edges. So this is how we will be doing this pattern. Now again you repeat the same thing. You make a chain 5, turn your work, and you start making this portion. You will be making 8 double crochet in this loop now when you turn your work. So when we turn, we will chain 5, join here, and we will make 8 double crochet, and that's how we will be repeating this pattern. So you see, we can make this pattern as wide as you want. Just remember that it is a 16 stitch pattern. So 16, you have to take multiples of 16 plus 1 in the end for the edge, for the last stitch to close this. Now I'll show you what I have made. I made this is not a shawl actually. This is a 2-piece poncho. So when you make 2 pieces, in this case you don't make very wide. So how we join when we have to make a poncho is first of all you join this portion, your width, on one side of the length of other piece. So you have to make sure that your joining is very straight here, because this will be your neck portion. And then what you do is you turn, and on the this portion, because one portion you have joined the width and next you will be joining the length. So this poncho you will be doing like this. So then you will get a structure like this. Now what we'll do is we temporarily just put a knot here, and let's see what we get. We will be joining this part from here to here, and this we have already joined. So then you get this neck portion here, and that's how you will be getting your poncho. So you join in the L and then you fold both the portions, and you know. So one we joined here, that made an L structure, and then you again fold it and join. So this will make the poncho. So you can make this pattern to make a shawl, or as I have shown, you can make a poncho out of it. Or if you take 2 shell structure, which we did in this pattern, you can have a very nice scarf also. So I hope you like this pattern, you like this video. Don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe my channel for more interesting videos. Thank you for watching.